I wonder how good this advice is now, because someone has listened in on it. Be leading to a trap. What you gonna do? Gotta go somewhere. So I'm not seeing any major reasons why I shouldn't go in this particular direction. Okay. Broken transfer.
Report, Scout! I've spotted something.
Nerd stuff. Okay. Did not expect that. Sometimes there's a huge thing to hide these, sometimes you just pick them up. Seems Leandra made it through before us and broke the mirror behind her. There must be a secret passage leading toward the Trial of Ascension. Where could it be hidden? I think we're gonna go check what happened with the stone. There might not really be a rift travel upgrade anymore, but one way to find out.
Blast! Leandra is a few steps ahead of us yet. I think we can safely guess it was she who used this path and broke the mirror behind her. We have to take the hard way through the temple.
Onward then?
Onward then, to the Trial of Ascension! We'll make short work of it.
There's nothing we can't overcome now. Nothing in all of Rivellon.
Yeah, I think it's better to be bold than cautious at this point. Yeah, I don't think anything new popped up, so I'm pretty much think we've gotten everything we can get out of the Forbidden Zone things. Who can I get there? Refuses to work. Right. So the game wants you to get an X amount of these, but you get more than you really need. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, honestly. Ooh, if you take the witchcraft skills, yes. Might as well get the spells then too. Do I have them? I might have them. I might be able to make them actually. Save some cash. For reasons. Make yourself invulnerable. No. It's not a horrible ability by any means. And if you have to survive some kind of super attack, invulnerable guy would naturally be the perfect choice for that. How many witchcraft things do we have? 2 novice, 2 adept. That's pretty weak. What can we get? 641. We have 220. I need +1 in crafting. Where the hell is my... I probably lost strength at some point, so I always keep losing the gloves. Okay, do I have empty witchcraft books? Yes. Might as well start from the better ones. Do we actually have better ones? I'm not sure. Do I want another soul sap? I mean, it's a good ability, but maybe a little bit of variety would be more useful. I think I want the destroy summon. I don't think you can do a resurrection book. And we have so many scrolls, I don't know why I would take it even if I could. It's basically Death Punch or Soul Sap, more or less. Death Punch would be a lot of crushing damage. We could also... I suppose I could take the invulnerability. It would be something different. I'm thinking Soul Sap. It's a hugely useful thing, but it only lasts for 2 turns. So if I could chain it with this, I could make even a fairly hefty boss very vulnerable. I mean, all elemental and physical resistances are decreased by 50%. It's a big thing. I don't know if we want to make the rest at the same time. Maybe we do. I think I can get another adept. I got train willpower, but I got destroy summon. But train willpower is probably a good one because it makes them very vulnerable too. What's the cooldown on this? Makes them very vulnerable to other things, but I think I'd rather just buy the rest. Those scrolls are actually very useful in some situations. So a little bit sidetracking here, but I think I need to get this done. This will be the last skill thing we have first. 1 adept, 4 novice, and 1 adept. So 5 abilities. Anything you can buy, really. Summon armored undead decapitator. It's not actually bad. That's pretty much the only thing I can take. He doesn't sell novice level things. I'm not gonna go out looking for them, I'll just use the blank skill book to get one of them. Undead summons are actually quite nice because of their massive amount of immunities. Sometimes it's good to do non-elemental damage. So we can get 2 novice spells. Which do I even have? What's the desecration lower resistance? Heal. But no. Malediction. Weakens and curses. Do piercing damage while draining, healing yourself. Not a bad one. It has cost quite a bit. I think I'll take it. Yeah. Can't do it. Okay. So I guess we're taking something else. We have other witchcraft scrolls on someone else. Not really. Well, at least we helped a little bit. So where do we go? Have to face the trials. Whatever they are. So, path number 2. Switch. Yeah, this would have led to the same place. To be fair, the traps are almost never lethal, they sort of just might be annoying, so I'm not sure why I'm too careful about them. Okay, that's a pace.
A tremendous power approaches. Yes, a seed of the divine has been planted among mortals, and the sprout bends toward the light by which it sprang. What do you seek, O seed of the divine?
Wish to enter this inner chamber.
Guardian, divine, you are whole once more, restored to your former glory and power. Ready are you for what lies beyond. Ready are you to illuminate the darkness.
Having fully restored ourselves through Starstones, we were granted entry at the door. So it's basically you have to find enough Starstones before you can make it through this point. That sort of makes me think that there aren't all that many points left for you. At this point you have to be fully restored, otherwise no progress. I think we found like one extra bloodstone so far. There's a couple of points that I've sort of bypassed, so there could be more. Wait much. More Titan faces. This is kind of some kind of a trick. It's a maze of some sort. It's
A strange sort of pit. There must be a way to disarm it.
so this lasts for 7 turns. That's quite nice.
Back on my feet again. I needed that. Into the fray once more.
Sweet relief! A stitch in time, eh, my friends? I needed that.
Do I need to be in 2 places at once? Alt. This is the way to the vault. No? It's not. So how do you get to the vault? Do you blow the door open? Except you. There we go. Probably a fairly thorough block though, meaning we literally cannot go through that. Not now. Still, why even have it? I can now teleport there. Waypoint system. Maybe if the door is closed, it doesn't register it. How much of this can we get rid of?
Tornado!
Still need a portal to actually get access there. I want to clear up this area here. The vases and other things might have some use for me. Loot-wise, this doesn't look all that impressive. There's a couple of gold items in a chest, but that's pretty much it. Amount of gold is inaccessible, and that's it. Trial statue. Okay, what's our trial? High five. I stand for the tangible, the real, for the world we live in and all I can see, taste, touch, hear and feel. I stand for the belief in a realm outside our own, where spirit, not matter, presides. Okay. They're easily destroyed, but what happens if I try to go through? Nothing. Not quite sure what you expect me. Maybe I need to come here with certain items and do something with them. Shrug. Ooh, I can enter there too. Not sure how I should feel about this teleportation bypassing everything. I mean, it's your ability, so you should use them. But I sort of feel like I'm getting off easy.
Tennyson dugongs, you nearly startled me out of my boots. Well, you've got my attention, comrade.
Oh yeah. The Dread Orc is dead. Are you satisfied?
Well, comrade, I'm a source hunter, born, bred, and trained. And that there was a soul bent on committing evil deeds. I know full well he wasn't 100% accountable for his crimes, but I couldn't have stood to leave him living knowing there'd be a next victim. I'm no fool, comrade. I know it wasn't an easy case, not nearly so easy as I dreamed it to be. But I believe we've done right here today.
Scale armor. No use for anyone. Earth wand could be useful. Mainly because it's divine, so it'll have massive abilities attached to it. Right, we're back at the start. Earth gate key, okay. Yeah, this was supposed to go the other way around. Well, whatever. Gotta do what you gotta do. Also, only some of these actually allow you to pass through.
A convenient illusion.
I don't want to do anything with the trial statue. It seems like they would be easily broken, but why would I? Probably open this. But that's no. Ah, trials. This is another trap triggering thing. How would you... Ooh, this creates some kind of smoke. Am I supposed to use that to bypass it?
Intruder spied! Intruder spied! Intruder spied!
I don't see where the lava is coming from.
Intruder spied!
It also triggers multiple other areas apparently.
Intruder spied!
Another one-man operation.
Intruder spied!
Yeah. We're clearly supposed to use the smoke.
Intruder spied!
I think it's an indication that it's basically blind when the smoke is visible there. So you're supposed to position yourself correctly. Now it's blank. I mean, how would you otherwise pass this without it seeing you at all? Move your ass. Yep. They're smoke vents, that's what they are. They're the only safe places, really.
Intruder spied!
The fact that I can't see where the lava comes is the thing that bothers me here. So I don't have a good idea where it always appears. Maybe you could create smoke intentionally around that, so let us walk through. I mean, to me that seems like the logical choice to try to deal with this shit.
Intruder spied!
Yeah.
Intruder spied! Intruder spied! Intruder spied!
Doesn't mean anything to it.
Intruder spied!
I'm not sure how you're supposed to deal with that. It sees you constantly. You can't go behind it, I guess. Can you? No, not really. Just wouldn't jump. Without the sneak mode, it doesn't even have to look in our direction. I think it has not like 360 vision, but probably 200-degree vision plus something. So we absolutely have to stay in sneak mode if we want to have any kind of chance. Do I need to do something else before this becomes viable? If we spot something. To do something with the candles? Maybe I shouldn't focus on this right now. I'll let it go. We had many other places to go to. Probably need to find 3 other keys at the very least. Okay, looks like we probably have to light candles in a specific pattern. Waste wisdom. Nothing useful. Trial of Ascension log. Candidate 500. Foolish was this youthful man who figured he could skip the test of self-awareness. This became his undoing. When will these headstrong and willful ascendants learn that only after inner reflection and proper navigation of these halls can the necessary knowledge be unlocked? To attempt the ritual of devotion without it will produce only prostration and anguish. Candidate 501. Finally Edict. A young sorcerer priest from Sicile made it to the first set of statues. He swiftly destroyed one of the 2 statues. Greatly was his surprise when he realized the statue represented his own spiritual nature. The shock that followed damaged him severely and sent him back to the beginning of the temple. He tried again later that day, but later errors of introspection eventually cost him his life. Another acolyte lost. Candidate 502. At last, the test of self-awareness is completed. This acolyte, somewhat older than the others, gathered the books and studied them closely for hours. Thus she learned caution from those who tried and failed before her. But the riddles proved too difficult, and on the fourth day of study she doused herself in oil and set her robes ablaze. Thus spiritual enlightenment evaded her. I, keeper of the truth, find the solution so very simple. There it rests, there in the middle of the library. So much life has been wasted in these trials, I am bound by oath to observe and keep record alone. Yeah, it's the candles, but the thing is, what exactly am I supposed to do with them? I'm looking maybe for a clue about a pattern I'm supposed to light them in. I suppose we can just experiment. It can't be a sequence at that point unless there's some kind of indication that you're doing something right or wrong. So it could be a picture you need to draw. Could be something else. Unless I get further clues, I'll definitely just try it. Ritual of Devotion. Lightning Storm. The ritual of devotion calls upon the three aspects of a whole soul. First comes passion, love, and the support for fellow souls. The body grows. Next comes enlightenment and wisdom from study and reflection. The mind flourishes. Final aspect is devotion, a surrender to higher beings. The soul ascends. Okay. Body, mind, soul. Is that useful in some way? By lighting certain candles, the first step of the ritual devotion was registered. Okay. Okay. So that's the body, I guess? Study and reflection. Mind. Shrug. Extra treasure can be obtained through these. Okay, what was it? Looks like there's a path going forward from this one. No. the reason why there's no books here. You can't destroy it, so it'll open up when you do something. There isn't all that many interactable items here. I don't think it's exactly any kind of a switch either, necessarily. Maybe if you complete enough of these things, you'll get where you really want to be. Don't exactly see any hidden switches, nothing gets highlighted. Don't necessarily mean there aren't any, but
I will freeze you where you stand.
I might have gotten a hint about these things at some point too, that's always a possibility, but who the hell recalls those? Minor line of dialogue at some point. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Maybe it's a correct sequence of candles. I'm gonna just light them up and leave. I don't care. We'll come back to this later without doubt. So that's a 1, that's a 2. I think I tried to go somewhere there and that was there. Oh no, I tried to go there, I think. That's where I came from, so there aren't actually all that many places I can go. Looks like I might have to go where the Guardian is. But I think we need to do the devotion test or tests first. It might be that before you do that, you literally can't bypass the Guardian. At least not in any non-teleporting way. How would you get to this place? Not breaking through. Maybe we could leave someone here and it'll open. This doesn't look like it's particularly interesting. Not sure if we should assume too much. We can always return back to these after we've done everything else, so there's no real big worry if we miss something now. Let's try to progress through this. Yeah, these are another test, but what exactly am I supposed to do with this test? Can I just heal them maybe? But it has to be something you can do with every character pretty much. If I attack them, I'll die. I can't target them. Passion, love, support of fellow souls. Do you need two people to do it? I feel like I've done the study and reflection thing maybe. Surrender to higher beings. Support your fellow souls, that should be sort of relevant. I don't understand where would I even go. How would I do anything here to indicate any kind of a choice? I feel like I need to activate something to these statues. They're trivial to destroy, but I shouldn't destroy them. I can't heal them. There was a log about this. I don't recall who has it. He could skip the test of self-awareness. This became his undoing. When will these headstrong willfulness blah blah blah. Inner reflection and proper navigation of these halls can be necessary knowledge be unlocked. Okay, test of self-awareness. To attempt a ritual of devotion without it will produce only frustration and anguish. So proper navigation of these halls will the necessary knowledge be unlocked. First set of statues. He swiftly destroyed one of the two statues. Greatly was his surprise when he realized that the statue represented his own spiritual nature. The shock that followed damaged him severely and sent him back to the beginning of the temple. Try again later that day, but later errors of introspection eventually cost him his life. Another acolyte lost. Okay, that seems to be a warning to not destroy the statues. But what else can I do? This would be the test of self-awareness. Do I need to do something before coming here? I have no idea what to do. I don't really have ideas even to try. Because I'm always thinking that, okay, let's assume you made a character that don't have your super special abilities. How would they pass these? And pretty much the only thing I can think of is do something maybe with the vials and the like. Alternatively, pick something else from other side of the dungeon, but there's no way to interact with these. So I'm not sure what difference would it make. Can I move these? Maybe through teleportation. They're not targets for these little abilities. Shrug. I'm gonna still destroy one of them just to fully make sure that this truly won't lead me anywhere. Very wise decision. A pillar of self-awareness lies on it. Right. So get rid of the physical world. We destroyed the first statue, causing a pillar of self-awareness to light. So that's trial 2 out of 3. That's something new unlocked now. I mean, something has to change, otherwise where to go next? I couldn't have gotten the key, really. Pillar of self-awareness is light. Another pillar of self-awareness needs to... Okay, this was only the first. What does this even do? I should have two, but I only have one. So I need to do the next test. Redo the one with the candles. Or am I shutting these down? I mean the guardian statues down. That would explain why this is should be very frustrating for you unless you pass it, because you literally cannot pass them as long as the statues are active. These are unlocked through some means. Can't lockpick them. Well, I might be able to open them with spells, but they seem to be not that type of like door. Did I do it right this time? By lighting the central candle, the second step of the ritual devotion was reduced. Okay. Really see any kind of change anywhere. We just break down this wall somehow. Following the guide, we should have gone right and maybe destroy a wall or a door there. We have an area of effect, super spells that we could use.
Seven split the stones.
No, this is definitely something moves the bookcase to the side. It's pretty much a standard doorway already behind it. Just need to find the correct trigger. It could also be that we need to go to the other side of it. And this is a way to get out of it. Could be a lot of things. So we shouldn't get too upset if we don't find a solution here. Moving everything we can move a little bit to see if there's not missing something too obvious. I doubt it's something like this. It's usually something you can use, a switch, a tile you can push, a torch you can move a little bit. So once you sort of realize it's there, it's fairly easy to see that there's something special about it, something different. So it's not like Not it's not really like anything like this usually. Still, 2 out of 3. The last one, give yourself up to a greater being. What does that mean? I don't even understand what paths do I still have. This is pretty much the only thing I can do. But how could I have gotten the key in the first place to enter it? You would need to access this. This is pretty much the only thing I can think of, because we already have access to it, but we just haven't figured out how to open it.
As hot as the hell you soon inhabit!
Yeah, I didn't think that would work. Okay, could you have enough perception to highlight something like that? I might be able to teleport through this. Yeah. Okay. At least that would keep pathways open to the rest for us. Maybe that's the key with some of the others, which is... yeah, now we could enter these places. Huh. So I think this could be a thing that's literally impossible to do on your own. But that's why there are these things that basically solo playthrough of this game means that you play with 2 characters instead of 1. How about this? Didn't open that. Just doors. I know it was never open, we just never saw it. How do you get out of here, though? Still, this sort of reset. It's pretty much the only path I can take. I don't see any particular benefit in going here. Unless I could figure out a way to bypass the Guardian. I mean, I still wouldn't have the key if I would come here. I need to understand how you unlock the path to the key. What does sacrifice yourself the greater being mean? Passion, love, support for fellow souls, the body grows, enlightenment and wisdom from study and reflection. Final aspect is devotion, a surrender to higher being, a soul's ascent. Yeah, I have no clue what the fuck you're talking about. Or do I? No, no I don't. Temple of the Dead. Bottled Force. To attempt a ritual of devotion without it will produce frustration and anguish. This is not the ritual, we're doing tests of self-awareness. Candidate 500. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Swiftly destroyed one of the 2 statues. I think there are tips to all of the 3 challenges. There's basically well, not exactly. It seems like the ritual of the ocean should not be tried without doing the test of self-awareness first. That's tip 1, number 1. Number 2 is how to deal with the statues, basically which one to choose. Greatly was he surprised when he realized the statue represented his own spiritual nature, so don't touch the spiritual statue. Blah, blah, blah. At last, the taste of self-awareness is completed. This acolyte, somewhat older than the others, gathered the books and studied them closely for hours. Thus she learned caution from those who tried and failed before her. But the riddles proved too difficult, and on the 4th day of the study she doused herself in oil. Spiritual enlightenment awaited her. There's the rest. Middle of the library. Sacrifice yourself for the greater being. Is that destroy your physical statue, maintain the spiritual one? Then I think the only one I'm really missing is the sacrifice. Help your fellow man. Right. Ritual devotion calls upon 3 aspects of a whole soul. Passion, love, support for fellow soul. Body grows. I don't think I've done that. Next comes enlightenment and wisdom, study and reflection, mind flourishes. This would be light the central candle. Devotion, surrender to higher beings, the soul ascends. So body and soul, you destroy the body and let the soul ascend. What the fuck is the first? Passion, love, support for fellow souls, the body grows. I have no clue. There are a couple of paths though. How could I open this door? There has to be a way to do it. Yes, I've gotten the thing that you're supposed to get from there, but that might be... I need to register the thing. That's the feat. Otherwise, I haven't completed the task. So what I'm wondering is... Can we leave things on these pedestals too? Or maybe we don't have to leave an actual character. Unclick. What I'm thinking is there's a lot of these little switches all around, so... You don't really do anything until you remove weight. Could this be the test of the body? I mean, I just treat it as a trap since I could disarm it, but maybe it's something better than that. This sort of seems like, yeah. Not sure what it does. Yeah, we can move forward, but that doesn't really gain us anything. This is the only other location that sort of seems at least a little bit different. Maybe it's just something you pass through, which means I should be able to get access to that place then, or move through that to get to where we need to be. Could this actually be open? No, it's probably locked. Closed. Maybe one needs to go here to press this. Someone needs to stay there. So someone has to sacrifice by going here in order for the others to press it. Something along those lines. This is again a very different challenge if you pass that. Also, not sure how you would complete that if you don't have teleportation. You can't exactly rely on the player to have it. Then to do something with the skeleton. Maybe this does something somewhere else for a short period of time. So let's leave someone here. This you didn't need to do much. You needed to more or less destroy the door, I think. That's easily doable. The most frustrating thing about this is that I could be completely off with everything I'm sort of thinking of. It could be something trivial. Maybe because I did something in a different order, it doesn't work anymore. There's just so many things it could be. Right. Someone needs to sacrifice be in the poison room. Naturally we don't need to do it now, we can just use the teleportation gates. At least I got it. Or did I? No, we need a different type of key. Air gates. We probably need to be able... This doesn't really explain anything. Air. That's probably fire. That's earth. There is no water challenge. But I think we need to be able to find a way to bypass that. I don't really see. I don't know. I don't know. I get the feeling we need to get the all 3 of the challenges registered, but I have no clue what the body challenge in actuality then is. That sort of seemed like it could be it, but it's not. Access to this is fine, but I can't make any progress there. But I need to do this because I need them to register, that's the thing. It's also bothering me about the warning that you shouldn't try them until you've done the trials. Are the sentinels the thing that it's warning about? That you literally are fucked unless you do it? Or is it something completely different? Second step, Ritual of Devotion. First step, Ritual of Devotion. But has the third step anything to do with these doors? I mean, I sort of cheated my way to this. Well, cheating is a strong word for it, but I haven't figured out a way to open this door, which was the key to getting this whole thing started. Probably something incredibly simple. Someone has to sacrifice for blah blah blah, but there was nothing particularly interesting here. This was just a little bit of extra. I don't know what to do. I suppose we have a way to try to at least move forward. What do you want from me? Maybe this door opens if you do something with other locations. a good chance that whatever is needed to be done is already done, and the switches don't do anything new. But fuck. I'd like at least a marking where the goddamn challenges are. Maybe I can move the bookcase, that's pretty much the one thing I haven't tried yet. It'd be very weird though. I didn't need to pass through any kind of mysterious doors or access ways to get access to the 2 previous tests. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I might have gotten a hint about it at some point, but am I going to recall them? Burn Cassandra's body. Skulls within the Temple of the Dead are actually hidden switches. Only the dead may enter the Temple of the Dead, okay. Living cannot go inside, that puts us in a bit of a pickle. Only dead may enter the Cassandra Temple. Ooh, okay, that's the Cassandra Temple, so this is something completely different. Ooh, right, so... should I just kill my own guy and send them there as corpses? That a bridge within the Temple of the Dead will lead us to Cassandra's body, okay? Everything leads to Cassandra, 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 so the Temple of the Dead probably was the place we were supposed to come first. Because this is definitely the main plot related. We needed to have enough of those star stones or bloodstones before we could even gain access. Wandering corpse has gone wandering near a great tree in the abandoned forest. Ghosts seem to indicate that its corpse was rather partial to the herb stardust. Well, okay, there's a good chance. There were like 2 stardust herbs in the Phantom Forest. Maybe the single herb was an indication near a tree, but that's where we should look more closely. Because we've been everywhere pretty much in the upper layer and I haven't found this. I feel like I've gotten... that should have something I could have completed already. How to do Elixir of Courage. Yeah, we fucked that up too. And talk to the imp. Pay a toll to cross the bridge. Read Aroka decided to help him. Prisoner in a crystal. So we probably were. Some of these are just. I need to get out of here. Because I'm totally stuck. I think it's better to at least try to move in areas where there's some hope in making any kind of minor progress. I don't think this is the place. I basically there's no point in me recording me trying the same things over and over again and trying to figure out some kind of inspiration popping